Good.
Good morning. Today we have Mr. Ravi Narayanan with us. He's worked for 25 years in the media industry and was the vice president of the Times Now network until he left to run his own company. And today we're going to be interviewing him. So, sir, my first question to you would be: could you elaborate on the business that you conduct, please?
Yeah, we are in the business of fashion. We meet clients and we present them our quality of work and our design, our inspirations, and the clients in turn work with us by giving their seasonal designs and ideations that we have to manufacturers or produce it and give it to them. And once the pre-production is done and they agree to whatever the quality and delivery time is accepted, they give us something called the salesman sample. The salesman sample is the one which goes to the market, to the agents, to stores, and they give them the order based on the saleability factor of the particular design. And once that is accepted and the numbers come, the order comes in that form. And based on the order, they have, they give us the delivery time. And once we manufacture, we deliver the goods. And before delivery, the client has their preconditions of sending the quality agents to come and check and accept the quality. Once that is done, the shipment goes, and then the rest of the terms and conditions which are discussed forms. That's the business we are in. It's export of garments.
Thank you, sir. Over to Pai for the next question.
So, sir, my next question to you is: when you first started the business, what motivated you to join or start your own business rather than continue working for a large corporation?
I would always say that it's very important to any individual to work with a corporate for a few years to understand the nitty-gritties of running an organization, working for a large organization, understanding all the subjects. And after working for a few years, if you still have the aptitude saying that I want to do business, then you pick up the subject of what business you want to do, then move on. But it is must to be, if you have to ask me a question, is it better to be an entrepreneur or an employee? It all depends on the individual. If the individual has the stomach to go and fight it out in the large world, that he wants to do something on his own, individual, not to depend on a salary on a 30th day, he is welcome to do it. But if he doesn't, then he better be an employee.
Sir, what are the difficulties that you face as an entrepreneur? Like some of the
common ones are supply chain, which is a big issue in India. It's been a long drawn process. It's a serious fight out because people say things they do not deliver, because supply chain is always an issue. But on the other side, you have to fight it out with the banks and the governments. It's not easy because there's red tapeism, which is being predominantly there. Nothing has changed. So there's another big issue that you have to fight. So if you have to put both the, things into perspective, it is, these are the huge difficulties you face, big hurdles, I would say. And importantly, there's one more point. If you're in manufacturing, the labor is a huge issue in this country. It's a difficult proposition. And you don't want challenges, we're dealing with the educated class. So these are the minor ones, but as long as if you streamline things, the process becomes much better.
Okay, Johan will be taking the next question.
What is your take on young adults starting their own business and following this path?
Oh, it's wonderful. This for the young adults, the present generation, depending on and and there's a large number of kids who have been successful.
And so, what would your advice be to the young adults who are going down this route, who are following this path? What would be your advice to them?
So whatever they do, there are brilliant ideas. They come out with some wonderful ideas to do things. But what I say is that the planning, for not just on the business as planning aspect, but on the financial planning and the goals set for a number of years that they want to achieve that within come what may. And they need to strategize everything. There is no shortcut. There's no shortcut. So they need to be very, very clear about what they want to do. That planning is very, very crucial. And strategy rather.
So our next question to you is, in the past number of years that you've been in this business, what was your biggest challenge personally?
As an entrepreneur,
Yes, as an entrepreneur.
yeah, it's not like a 9 to 5 job. It's you know that your set of job, you're just fixed to that. You get paid for that. As an entrepreneur, you have multitasking. You have you need to handle every small aspect, whether it's from finance to handling labor or handling employees, and making sure that and importantly handling the clients to make sure that whatever you're doing it as per the requirement, and making sure the organization is floating and successful, profitable. So these are the huge challenges which as an entrepreneur you face. Other than the earlier question, what you asked me is difficulties you face as an entrepreneur.
The last question we have for you today is, you and your partner in your business, what is your vision for the next 5 years? Or do you think that an entrepreneur should have a short-term vision or a long-term vision?
Yeah, in fact, today there are both the visions are very important. The short-term vision is to make sure that whatever the plans you have, whatever the ideas, strategies you are in road with your plans and they are successful. And the long term is to make sure that you are profitable, you're successful, and you exist. You don't just get disappear out of the place. You need to hang around and you need to make yourself successful. So all in all, that the short-term plan and the long-term plan are very important. Both are important.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today, sir. Your opinions and your insight on entrepreneurship was enriching to us and highly knowledgeable. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.